Hey, welcome back to Squarebody Stuff. I'm going to be working on my 79 short bed we call cream puff. How many of you have had this issue? Finally shuts if you slam it hard enough. I'm going to show you how to fix that. Hey, real quick before we get started, if you enjoy this video, hit that subscribe button down below and ring the bell. That way you get notifications of more videos coming up. Alright, I'm going to show you a couple different ways on how to fix this issue. The reason the doors won't shut good like that is this right here, your striker bolt. You see this one doesn't have anything around that, it's just metal to metal. It's supposed to have a plastic bushing going around that to help hold the door and to keep it from rattling. Now the simplest and easiest way to fix this, and actually this truck has had it on there for over a year now and worked great. I just now took it off for the purpose of this video and actually to try to fix it right for once. My other truck, or one of my other trucks, Buddy, my crew cab, I've done this, what I'm fixing to show you, I've done this on him for probably the last 15 years because I was just too cheap to go buy the right stuff. About everybody's got electrical tape hanging around somewhere, or it's easy to get. You get it about anywhere. What I do is just, I'm not going to show you how to do it because I don't want to have to cut it right back off, but just keep wrapping electrical tape around it until you don't want to get as big as the end of this right here, but just keep building it up until it shuts good. Actually, this right here is what I cut off of there. That's pretty much the way it looked when it was on the truck. And that's about how thick it is. So this method will work. Like I said, this has been on there for over a year. Door always shuts really nice, and may have to pull a little bit harder than, you know, factory brand new door, but it still works. Now the other method, obviously, is you can go to the parts store or order them off of the internet somewhere. You can actually get the plastic bushings that are for these door strikers. Another way we could do this is to get some PEX. It's just 1/2 inch water line. There's a couple different ways you can do it. You can cut it to length and then split it and snap it over and not have to take this off. Or you can get yourself it's a T50 Torx, and remove your striker bolt and slip it on. Just cut it to length, slip it on so it's not split. For splitting, it's easier to do if you don't have the tools to do it, but I'm going to show you both ways. Okay, I just cut off a section of this PEX just to make it easier to deal with for this video. I'm going to just kind of measure with my thumbnail there, snip it off with my PVC cutters. You can cut it with a knife or a saw, however you want to do it. Then take my knife, split it, and there we go, it's on there. Now if it's a little looser than what I'd like, I think what I would do is maybe wrap a few wraps of electrical tape around it before I snap that on. Now let's see how the door shuts. That shuts a whole lot easier. It's still not as easy as it was with just the electrical tape though. Alright, so that first try with this, it works better than nothing at all, and it probably worked great, but I think I'm going to try wrapping a little electrical tape around this and get this to fit a little more snug and see how it snaps on there and works this way. Just a few wraps. I didn't count how many wraps, but just a few wraps. Then we'll snap our little piece of PEX around that. It fits a lot snug, lot snugger. And the door shuts a whole lot better. I mean, that's not bad at all. So, using this PEX, just a 1/2 inch PEX, I would suggest wrapping a little bit of electrical tape around the striker bolt first, just to make it a little more snugger, as I said earlier. So now I'm going to show you what all is involved in taking that bolt off to make it to where it slides on, so you don't have that split. If you want to do that, this method I think will work great. I don't see any problem with that, other than maybe it'll wear out and eventually just snap off. Now, if you choose the method of taking the striker bolt out to make it a slip-on, you do run the risk of having to readjust your door and all that stuff. You can make a mark with it, scribe a mark or pencil or pen or marker or however you want to do it. That way you can get it right back to where it was. So you do run the risk of not getting it exactly the same spot. But there's also a chance you might have to adjust it anyways, even just doing the prior methods that we tried. So let's, and this is a T50 Torx. It just loosens up like that. I have to reach back in here, the inside of the cab, and hold the backing nut. And I'll show you what's back there. It's just this big square nut. Another thing while we're here is you want to look and make sure that this hasn't cracked or anything. I've had a few of these old trucks that it was actually cracked around this striker. And a lot of that is because of misalignment. People trying to slam it, it's not aligned right, and it's flexing that bolt a lot. Or they might not have the right backing nut on there. It's supposed to have a wide base, but for whatever reason it was cracked. I had to weld it up, grind it down, make it pretty again. Now, if you're going to do this method where you pull it all the way off, I would suggest doing what I didn't do, and that's actually measure and cut you a piece to make sure it fits in there good before you take this out. But since I had the one that I split for the last demonstration, I'm going to use that for a measurement. And as you can see, it does have a little bit of slop. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of my electrical tape, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try 5 wraps. See how that works. Now all you do is put your washers back on there. Add it back on. Here's another thing I forgot to mention earlier while I had the bolt out and could really show you good, is you'll notice that it's got a flat spot here, and that used to be up here. So all I did is whenever I went to tighten this all the way up, I just turned the nut on the back side to where when it tightened up, that worn flat spot was on the bottom, because the door as it shuts will kind of brush the top of that. If my hinges were perfect, it shouldn't do that, but my hinges are just a little bit wore out. But there's just another little trick to help you out on this project. I think I've got my door striker back in the same spot that it was. Alright, now we got the door striker fixed and pretty well lined. I think, feel pretty good about that. Let's see how it shuts now. Pretty good and solid now. I like it. And there's a few different ways to fix your door striker to make it shut a lot better and keep from rattling going down the road. Until next time, you guys keep them square bodies rolling. We'll catch you later.